Thank you. I mean, I think this has been another incredible day of programming, and I found it really interesting that one of the things that Danielle Perry stressed in her keynote was the importance, even before recruiting, which we talked about today, and we had a great panel that talked about sort of recruiting and hiring, but in terms of sort of furthering diversity, furthering a lot of the goals of the industry, education and pipeline considerations come first. And then we had this incredible panel with Amanda and Charlene talking about educational opportunities and sort of pipeline development. And I think it was really amazing. So thank you so much to both of you. It's wonderful to see everybody again today. I am here just to wrap things up. I realized I never said yesterday, my name is Vanessa Bachtell. I am an attorney. I'm at the law firm of Goldberg Kohn here in Chicago, but I am a board member of Illinois Women in Cannabis and have been for a very long time. And I thought another great thing about today was this sort of theme of storytelling. Our first panel, the entrepreneurs panel, was an incredibly inspiring group of women again, and they talked about the importance of storytelling. And so if you'll humor me for just a minute, I'll give you a little bit, I think, of my story and our story at Illinois Women in Cannabis. You know, years ago, I think it was 2014, when I first got involved in cannabis, it was because some of you may know my brother Charlie has a little something to do with Cresco Labs, and that's sort of how I got involved. And in that very beginning, just trying to learn and gather information and go to seminars and figure this all out. This was pre-licensing. This was, you know, just announcement of the program, trying to hit the ground running and figure out what this would all be about. I bumped into Dina, you know, a pioneering woman in cannabis, as we learned with Danielle Perry today as well. And we bumped into each other. We knew each other from law school, and it was kind of one of those, what are you doing here? Wait a second, what are you doing here? And I learned that Dina had founded this incredible group. And so quickly jumped in, and it's been such a fantastic journey. And then along the way, we've built this board. There were incredible board members that came before the five of us that are on now, but, you know, meeting Carrie Armour, I think was, you know, we first met, I want to say probably at one of the legal programs. Another lawyer found cannabis. And then Kaylee, who had started her journey, I believe at GTI, and then was such an incredible entrepreneur, and Gina, who was just this force to be reckoned with, Gina Galt, who started coming to our events and you know, to witness her career trajectory. And it's been this incredible journey for all of us. And so now we've got this amazing board. And today I also was kind of inspired to reflect on the way our board works together. We've talked a lot about team building and organization building, and entrepreneurs talking about building their businesses, and big organizations talking about sort of organizing themselves and how they operate and grow. And I see that a lot of that reflected in our group. You know, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this team of incredible women that I think we challenge each other. I think we all bring different perspectives and different experiences to this group, and we both support and challenge each other. We have incredible discussions as a board. You know, there are big ideas, and then there are, you know, I feel like I'm often the role of the, I don't know, maybe wait a second, that's probably the lawyer in me, you know, but we somehow, we get there, and it's been fun to see. I remember planning our first fall harvest event, which had since become sort of our signature event, but the very first one was, it must have been October of 2015, and committing to that programming, that event, we got a space, and we had a caterer, and we were putting this together, this whole thing for the first time. And it's that, you know, it's that sense of, will people come? Will we be able to get sponsors to help shoulder some of this cost that we were signing ourselves on for? Will we have event attendees who will show up? Will they see what we're trying to do and to build this industry and to help support this nascent industry? And IWC, I mean, IWC's founding goes back to, again, pre-licensing. This is before sort of the operators in Illinois were established before a lot of the things that have come since. And planning that first event and, knowing we had a core that would show up, but would it appeal to others? I think we all did. I think Dina's parents were there, my parents were there. Charlie and I were inviting cousins, that live in Chicago. We wanted to make sure we had some bodies in that room too, just in case. And it's been such a phenomenal ride. Fast forward, this group has grown. We have incredible members and committees who help us do so much. We, pre-pandemic, we were hosting enormous events to network with everybody and bring together this incredible industry. And I've always loved, one of the things too about our group is I hope that there's a place for everyone in it, that it sort of appeals to a broad spectrum. I often say that if you would have come to one of our events, and again, pre-pandemic in person, you would see the gentleman whose name I can't remember, who would show up in the full marijuana pot leafed suit. And then you might see one of the investment bankers who would show up in the very kind of Wall Street suit, and everybody in between. And, we had events with 700 plus people pre-pandemic. We were doing community education programs. We were doing statewide education and outreach programs. And then the pandemic hit. So like everybody else, we're pivoting. And that's where I would also like to send another shout out to our incredible executive director, Amor Montes de Oca, who is floating around in the virtual background here somewhere, who I mentioned yesterday, stepped in at a time when you had this organization that I think we had built an incredible platform for, but it was all very in-person based and had to completely pivot with us and build this incredible, this incredible amount of virtual programming that we're now able to do, and this virtual community. And to sit here with all of you again today and see for the past 2 days, everything that has been offered on these panels. So, there've been a few technical glitches, very few, a couple of moments, but I hope everybody finds that these last 2 days were pretty packed with incredible content. That's how at least I feel. And I hope that there was a little something for everybody. I think we talked about traditional opportunities. We talked about entrepreneurship opportunities. There was very practical information and advice from sort of the legal and the regulatory, the very, sort of practical job searching advice that we just heard. But we also had very personal and motivational stories that I know I found particularly poignant and sort of moving. And so I hope everybody, that joined us for these past 2 days either was inspired or learned something or made a great connection or had one of your burning questions answered. And so with that, I will turn to the part that probably is the most important thing we do, which is to express our gratitude to this incredible community and to everyone that helps us put on these kinds of programs and exist as an organization. We are not for profit. We exist for the benefit of and by virtue of the generosity of this incredible Illinois cannabis community. And so first and foremost, thank you again to our speakers, our panelists, our moderators, yesterday and today, our keynote today, the fantastic Danielle Perry. I mean, talk about a journey. I think that's just, she was an incredible speaker. I was really excited to meet her here today. I got to learn a lot, and I hope everyone found her keynote as inspiring as I did. It's about this journey. And so today we heard from an incredible woman, a woman of color, being the cannabis czar now in Illinois, 6-7 years into the program. I just thought her speech was phenomenal. Thank you so much to everybody who attended here today. You were the reason we're here. Thank you for joining us at this second annual conference, albeit virtually. I really hope that when we're talking about our third annual conference, we'll all be seeing each other in person again, but thank you all for everybody for being here. To our committee chairs, our co-chairs, thank you for helping us plan programming throughout the year and certainly for this conference. We couldn't do it without you. As a side note, we were pleased and excited to be able to offer this programming free to everyone here today, and yet several of you made donations. Anyway, thank you so much for those. We do very much appreciate it. And let's see, finally, I would like to thank a bit of the additional IWC family. Again, Maura Ford, our communications manager, Rachel McKinnon, our social media manager, and we just heard about this incredible Olive Harvey College program. I would like to thank our amazing Olive Harvey College interns. So thank you to Michelle Wilson, to Angel Lampkin, to Esmeralda Del Real, and to Jillian Jackson. You got to hear and see several of them over the past couple of days, helping with some of the introductions, and we're really so pleased to have them involved and thankful for their incredible assistance. So again, I'll just leave with a small plug, which is, again, we are so excited to be here for the benefit of this community, and we are so grateful for the support of this community. So if you're not a member, please consider becoming a member. If you have any questions or you would like more information or you'd like to learn more about how to become involved, reach out to Amor, reach out to any of us on the board, reach out to any of our members or committee chairs and co-chairs, become involved on a committee. We would love to have you. Building this community is what makes this incredible organization more valuable for everyone who's a part of it. So please do join us. If you're an organization out there, if you're a business out there, consider sponsoring. Consider showing your IWC pride with some incredible swag that we have available on our website. There are t-shirts. I believe there are tote bags. I believe, as a sign of the times, there are even masks. So please, consider ways that you can continue to support us, and we're incredibly grateful for it. At a minimum, I would absolutely recommend that you make sure to follow us on social media. Make sure you're signed up for our emails and our newsletters so you can find out about these opportunities and make sure that you take advantage of them. And on that note, I will say one more plug for this incredible fellowship that we're so excited to be able to offer. In partnership with the Founders Institute, which is one of the world's largest pre-seed accelerators, we're able to offer a fellowship for tech. It's for women in tech. It is an opportunity to participate in their Chicago 2021 programming for free. So please keep an eye out for that. And if that's of interest to you, please do apply. But with that, I will end this incredible program. I again, thank you so much to everyone for being here. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in whatever capacity. I want the last word out of my mouth to be, we are grateful. So thank you so much.